So this session is specially for those who are new to Kaggle, and since the first round of Octwave will be a Kaggle challenge, we are here to give you a clear idea of what the platform is and what you will be working on. So in this session, we won't be touching any AI or ML concepts theoretically, and we have already conducted two sessions on that. And if you guys missed it, I'll drop the links in the chat box. You can refer that later. So in this session, we will explore what Kaggle is, what you can do on it, and how to participate in competitions. And my name is Abhinaya, and I will guide you through this journey. So what exactly is Kaggle? You can think of it as the biggest playground for data enthusiasts. It's a platform where you can learn, practice skills, compete in exciting challenges, and you can even team up with others to solve real world problems. Kaggle was actually acquired by Google, and now it has over 10 million of users worldwide. So here you will be joining a huge active community. So why should you care about Kaggle? So we can think about it this way. Instead of just solving made up textbook problems, you get to work with real data. And instead of just theory, you face challenges that reflect actual industry problems. And instead of working in isolation, you become a part of a vibrant community where people share code, ideas, and experiences. And the most important thing is having Kaggle projects in your portfolio shows employees that you don't just know data science, but you know how to apply it. So that's why Kaggle plays a vital role for any data scientist. Alright, so what does Kaggle actually give to you? So let's break it down. You can see here some of the features that exist in Kaggle. So let's see what they mean one by one. Here we can get plenty of datasets. As you see, Kaggle has thousands of them, covering everything from movies and sports to healthcare and climate. Whatever you are curious about, you can probably find a dataset for that. And we have notebooks. So not everyone can access to GPUs, the graphical processing unit. So here in Kaggle, you can get online coding notebooks that run on the cloud. So you don't have to install anything. So you can even use those GPUs for faster work. And we have competitions. And here is our main focus for the Octave as well. These are the fun challenges where you can test your skills, and some are easy for beginners, and while some are advanced with prizes. So this is exactly what we are going to do in our first round as well, and we will go into deep of how to participate in competitions and everything in a while. And so until that, we will explore other features. So then we have discussion forums. Here, this is a space to ask questions, share ideas, and learn from people all over the world. And finally, you have courses, the most valuable thing. So, Kaggle offers valuable certified courses focusing on quick, practical lessons on things like Python, pandas, machine learning, computer vision, data visualization, etc. So, these all are certified courses, and you can enroll it for free and add in your portfolio. So, in short, Kaggle is like a one stop shop for everything in data science. Now, let's get started and see how it all works. So, first thing, you have to go to the kaggle.com, the official website. Most of you have known, but if someone is very new to Kaggle, you can go to this website and let's see the action. So, let me share my screen. So this is the Kaggle homepage. So if you are new, just hit register and create an account. And if you already have one, sign in just as usual. So I have already created an account, so I will sign in. If you don't have an account, you can register with either your Google address or email address. I will sign in with my Google ID. Okay. So now for practice, let's choose a very beginner-friendly competition, which you might all know, the Titanic competition. We will learn from that example, and you can find it under the competitions. If you go to the competitions and under the getting started, here you can find some beginner-friendly competitions, and other than that, you have some advanced competitions with cash prizes. So you can give that a try as well. These are fixed timeline events at the competitions with monetary rewards. So in our case, let's try with a beginner friendly getting started competitions. So we will go to the Titanic competition. But in our Octwave competition, you won't be finding it in the Kaggle homepage like this. Instead, we will be sharing a special link with you. So after clicking that private link, you need to click join competition and then accept the rules and regulations after carefully reading all. That way you will be joining our Octave first round. And you all know that Octave is you will be competing as a team. So before jumping in, there's an important step you need to do. Here you will find a tab called Team. From there, you need to rename your team name into the actual team name that we will provide. So if you see here, by default, it will be your Kaggle username. So you need to rename with something like this that we will be providing in future. So you have to rename this according to your team name, and this will be appear on your leaderboard. So this is another crucial step. And also you need to add your team members either with their username or email. By sending an invitation, you can add your teammates here. So these are some of the initial steps you need to do in case of our Octave competition. Now let's come to overview. So it's time to understand what you are going to solve. In this overview tab, you will find what the problem is. Here in this case, it's about predicting survival of Titanic passengers. In case if you are new to this problem, the Titanic prediction challenge on Kaggle is a beginner-friendly machine learning competition. So where the goal is to predict whether a passenger survived the Titanic disaster. Here you will be given some features. It provided include information about each passenger such as their age, sex, passenger class, number of siblings, spouse, ticket, etc. like this. And there will be a target, which is the survived column, which indicates whether a passenger survived or did not survive. And this is a classical classification problem. So you can use these features to train your models that can accurately predict survival. This is what Titanic is about. So carefully look into everything here and understand the problem. And here it runs indefinitely as this is a default beginner friendly competition in Kaggle. But in our case in Octave we have a time limit. So it is a 3-day competition. You only have 3 complete days to finish your submissions. Train your model and submit the prediction. So have a look at the deadline, the timeline as well. And you will be also able to see the evaluation criteria. Everything on this overview tab. So this is another crucial step to understand your competition. Okay, the next important thing is data. Every Kaggle competition starts with data and understanding it is more than half the battle. Right? So here you will find the dataset description. what is the data about. You will have a complete description about what you are going to work with. Also, there will be a data dictionary to clearly define each variables that are provided. Here, maybe the variable name is misleading or not descriptive. So by seeing from the definition, you can understand that like, right, this is referring to the number of siblings or spouses. Likewise, this is also another crucial step because by looking at the data dictionary, you can better understand the data. And here you will find three main files under the data tab. These are the main three files we will be providing. So here in this case, you can see like train.csv, test.csv, and gendersubmissions.csv. So these are another important files you need to download. Here the train.csv will contain both the features, that is the input data, and the target, the thing that you are trying to predict. It will be like this. So here you can see the survived is our target. We need to predict whether the passenger survived or not. Along with this, we are given all other input variables. So that's how train.csv look like. And then we have test.csv. This contains the same features but without the target. Here you won't be able to see the survived column. See here. So you don't see the survived column. This excludes the target variable and you can only see the features, the input data. And other than that, there's another important file. Here it's named as gender submission. So it's a sample submissions.csv, like how your submissions file should look like. Simply, this is an example of what a submission file should look like. Here we need to predict survived or not given the passenger ID. So this is a crucial file because if your submission file doesn't meet this format, then your submissions won't be accepted. So your submission files must follow the same format as the sample submission. Same column name, same order, same type of values. If it doesn't match any, Kaggle will simply reject it. So always check the sample submission carefully before uploading. So once you understand your data, the next step is building the model and submitting the prediction. So about the model building, the data visualization, data explorations, everything, there are some sessions already happened with Octwave and I have already provided the links in the chat. You can refer that to get a clear understanding. So you get the data set and do the pre-processings and get a model and train it and get a predictions. After you get predictions, your file should be exactly in this format. In this case, for every passenger ID, you need to predict. These are the default values and these will be replaced with your prediction values. So make sure to get a submission file in that form. After that, you will find submit predictions here. Go here and you need to upload your submissions.csv and click submit. And once you do that, you will see a score appear on the leaderboard almost instantly. But some competitions like Octwave have a twist. You won't be able to submit endlessly. You will have a limit on the number of submissions that you can make on a day. Like this, here in this case, you have 10 submissions remaining today. So for one day, for every 10 hours, you for a day, you can only submit up to 10 submissions. Likewise, in our first round also, there will be a limit and you need to take account of that as well and carefully plan. So let me show how it works. Say I have downloaded the Titanic data and made some predictions. So I have tried 3 different models like gradient boost, random forest, and logistic regression. So I tried 3 different models for predictions and I saved each model submissions separately. So first, let me submit a prediction I made from random forest. You can enter any description about your submission for your EC. That depends on you. That may be a good time. So once I submit, here you can find the submission, the accuracy score immediately, and it will be also reflected in the leaderboard. So name your each submission files carefully like this. So these were the initial, like previous submissions that I made. So competition. So you can only get to see the private leaderboard score, your final score after the end of the competition. So let's say your model is overfitting. It might look amazing on public leaderboard, but then collapse when the private leaderboard is revealed. On the other hand, a model that's more balanced might not look like a top scorer during the competition, but it can rise up when the final results are shown. So in Octwave, same rules apply. So the final winners will be announced based on the private leaderboard score. So the one good thing to notice is don't just chase leaderboard scores. Focus on making the models that generalize well. That's the main aim. So here we can so our main aim is to make a model that generalize well not only on the public leaderboard score. And that wraps up the Kaggle workflow. So you need to follow the rules, match your submission format, and remember the public leaderboard is not always the final. It can be reordered when you get to know the private leaderboard. So most importantly, you experiment with data, learn, and have some fun. These are the essential things that you need before competing in the first round. Our first round will be starting on the October 4th, and we will be revealing the challenge only after the competition is started. So until then, you can get plenty of competitions from here. Here you can see featured competitions with cash prizes or some beginner friendly competitions as well. So you can try these all if you are a beginner and get familiar with the competition format. If you are trying to explore more, here you can find more data sets. You can find trending data sets or some most commonly used, or if you are particularly interested in any particular niche like movies or TV shows, etc., you can find data sets related to that as well. And you can do pre-processing, and some of the data sets may be already pre-processed and some may be messy, it having so much to do. So you can just play around it using these data sets and create some models and make your own predictions. Other than that, as I already mentioned, here are the certified courses that you can access to. You can access to these courses, and all these are certified. And these are more practical oriented. So instead of just learning the theory by these courses, you can learn the practical implementation as well. So these are another crucial benefit that we can get from Kaggle platform. So here we have the exciting news. Your first round of Octave 2.0, the Kaggle challenge, will be starting on the October 4th. And you will be having 3 days to submit, and you will have a limited number of submissions for each day, and those all details will be announced in due course. And further more details about the competitions will also be shared in future. So all the best and get ready to be on the spotlight. And if you have any questions, you are free to ask. Thank you for joining everyone. If you have any competitions related to this or this competition format, you can ask. When will be the contest start on 4th October? So the competition will be revealed on 12 morning. So you have 3 whole days, 4th, 5th and 6th October, and you need to submit. The submissions will be closed from 6th midnight.